6:15 is Australian time. We have one of the most highly anticipated trilogy fights in Australian boxing history when Joshua Franco from America takes on this man. He is former Commonwealth Games gold medalist, one half of the fighting pride of Australia, and soon to be, hopefully, world champion. He is Andrew Moloney. Andrew, thank you for taking some time to join us here at the Inner Sanctum.
My pleasure, mate. Thanks for having me on.
Let's just sort of start, if we can, with training for this fight. So obviously you've been over in Las Vegas for camp, using the top ranked facilities. How important has that been to get over to the States so early and in preparation for such a big fight?
Yeah, I think it's extremely important, not just because of the such a huge difference in weather, but also obviously the time zone, and then just being able to get over here and switch off from all distractions that are back home and just focus 100% on the fight, and also have some great sparring over here. We've got 4 sparring partners staying at the house with us, so making sure that we've got quality sparring, but also making sure that they're not out in the public mixing with people, and there's no risk of COVID or anything like that. So that's been a huge part of this camp, is making sure that we just stay at home at all times other than training. Even our groceries getting delivered to the house, and we're basically not leaving at all other than to go to the top ranked gym, which is only used by us during our training times, and is cleaned throughout the week to make sure everything's safe. So it's been very strict training camp. Lots of measures in place to make sure that nothing gets in the way of this fight from happening.
No, it certainly sounds like you're very, very determined and very well driven for this fight, mate. I just wanted to touch on that relationship with Top Rank. Obviously, there was controversy the second time out against Franco. Was there any hesitancy on their part to make this fight? Given that there are sort of a few options out there in this weight division who might be free agents, was there any sort of hesitancy or any difficulty getting this fight done?
Nah, not at all. Top Rank have been amazing to, our team, myself and my brother, the opportunities that they've given us throughout this pandemic, and basically since signing with them, just the way they've treated us has just been amazing. And I was sort of a little bit concerned after the first Franco fight that I might not get the opportunity to fight him again, but they did the right thing by me and stuck by me and believed in me and gave me the opportunity to have that rematch. And then, as you said, the ridiculous result in the second fight. No, there was no hesitancy at all to make that fight. Bob was very vocal even on that night that we're going to make this rematch happen. And my team, along with Top Rank, we tried our best to organise this fight to be in Australia even. And they were all for that, but it's just too hard at the moment with COVID restrictions and the possibility that the fight could get cancelled at last minute. So in the end, we're back over here in America, but they've been all for having this trilogy fight, and it's up to me now to, only a week away. It's up to me now to make the most of this opportunity and make sure I come home with that world title.
Oh, very good, very good. Was there any sort of hesitancy on your part or any apprehension going back to the States for this fight? Obviously, the second result, the Vegas Commission, we sort of, it's been well documented that they clearly missed a punch that opened up the cut on Franco's, above Franco's, I think it was his left eye. That ultimately stopped the fight. Was there sort of any hesitancy for you to go back over there? And has it sort of changed your mindset going into this fight that, you might have to get a finish just in case?
I would have loved for the fight to be in Australia. But, at the moment, it's just not possible. So, America, I still want to continue to fight here for, throughout the rest of my career. Obviously, still want to have fights back in Australia, but America is the mecca of boxing. This is where all the big fights from around the world happen. So as much as, I was dirty on that last decision and believe that, obviously they did the wrong thing, I still want to fight in America. I still want to be involved with these huge fights that happen over here. So I'm just thankful that it's not going to be in Nevada, because it's going to be a different commission, obviously, and I just got to hope that Oklahoma give me a fair shake, and the rightful winner on the night comes out with with that belt and has their hand raised. I think the whole world saw last time that I deserved to win that fight, so I'm going to have a lot of people supporting me this time around, and I think everyone just wants to see justice served and wants to see me come out on top. So I've trained extremely hard to make sure that happens.
No doubt, no doubt. Just sort of on that second fight. It's only a small sample size to work with. Only a couple of rounds, but you were having a lot of success. You were really establishing your jab, and he really struggled, it seemed, to find his distance. Do you take anything out of that performance, or is it a clean slate going into the third?
No, I think I definitely take something away from that performance. There's no doubt the first fight I was nowhere near at my best, and the second fight was just a glimpse of what I can really do. And I felt in total control of that fight for the 2 rounds that it lasted, and I have full confidence that I can do that over 12 rounds if need be. So I believe I'm just going to continue on from where we were in that fight in this third fight, and my plan is go out there and just dominate from start to finish. And whether that goes the distance or goes to points, I just need to make it convincing and make it very clear that I am the rightful winner this time around, and hope that the judges do the right thing by me.
Okay, very good, very good. That's what I like to hear. I think that's what a lot of Australia is liking to hear at the moment. I just want to change tune if we can, and I'll wrap up very quickly again. Thank you for your time. This fight it's a headline fight for a top ranked show, but it's really only a chapter in the growing wave that is the book of Australian boxing at the moment. You've got your likes of Tim Tszyu. He's doing his thing over here, but then you've got a couple of guys on the local scene that are climbing world rankings in multiple divisions. How important is that for you to be, one of those sort of senior figures in that new movement?
Yeah, I mean, it's extremely important for me. That's something that's always in the back of my mind is, putting Australian boxing on the map, and also showing that, the younger fighters and even the other fighters that are about to fight for world titles, that it is possible to fight on the big stage, to come over here to America and to win world titles. Because when you're back in Australia and you're watching these shows on TV, it just seems so far away. It just seems like that dream is sort of out of reach sometimes. But I want to show the other Aussie boxers and the next generation coming through that it is possible, and I need to make sure I win this fight to help pave the way for the next generation and put Australian boxing back on the map. Because you're right, I think we've got some great talent at the moment. A lot of the guys that are on the verge of fighting for world titles. Even in the Olympics, we've got Harry Garside, who's just coming home with a medal for the first time in over 30 years. So Australian boxing's in a great place at the moment, and hopefully we can continue to get great results and really put boxing back on the map and help grow the sport in Australia too.
I couldn't agree more, mate. It's going to be a fantastic sort of next decade to watch. You just sort of said that you're gonna take that next step and make sure that you can show everyone that Australian boxers can do it. We've well established in these last 5 minutes that you believe you're going to win and get your hand raised on next Sunday. So I'll wrap up and just ask, how does Andrew Moloney get his hand raised?
I believe I go out there and continue doing what I was doing in the second fight, and just show that I'm a class above Joshua Franco, and I've got plenty more tools in my toolkit than what he does. He is a good boxer, but I believe I'm a better boxer than he is, and I believe that even since that second fight, I've gone to a whole new level. I've improved a lot over the last 9 months, just from having that result in the back of my mind every single day, and going to the gym and just training as hard as possible, and just trying to improve as much as I can to make sure that they can't take it away from me this time. And I believe I'm going to go out there next Sunday Australian time and just dominate this fight from start to finish, like I said. And if it goes 12 rounds or I get the stoppage win, either way, as long as I leave that ring with the belt around my waist, I'll be extremely happy. And everything that I've sacrificed over the last 18 years, basically, I've put my life into this sport, will all be worth it.
No, that sounds fantastic, mate. And I think most of Australia are in complete agreement with that, and they're nodding their heads in unison. So, mate, Andrew Moloney, thank you very much for taking some time to chat to us at the Inner Sanctum, and we wish you nothing but the best on Sunday, the 15th of August, over in Oklahoma.
Thank you, mate. Really appreciate it, and appreciate all the support from back home too. So tune in, everyone. It's going to be on Main Event and KO Sports. You can watch back home. So tune in, and hope to do you all proud.
Thanks for watching. If you like what you saw, hit like and subscribe. For more sports content, be sure to check out our website and socials listed on screen now. Until next time, enjoy your sports and have a ripper day, everyone.